You know how you tell me this is the best sex of your life? Have you noticed that I don't return the compliment?
So we want to know, the fans want to know, like, is he better at loving now? Because, uh-oh.
Hey you guys, welcome back. I'm Keydra, the entertainment editor at the Tylt.
And I'm Dash Katz, and welcome to Love Really.
Really?
So it is episode 15.
Dang, 15?
We did that.
Oh my gosh, y'all been rocking with us for 15 episodes.
Thank you for the support thus far.
God bless your psyches and your mental health.
Be sure to subscribe down below and like this video to support our show.
Yes.
And also follow us at our personal accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're not done talking about Love is Blind. I'm sorry,
No.
that has swept the world.
It's been like number 1 and number 2 on Netflix for
Yeah,
like
number 1, I think.
weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
number 1.
It's so weird.
So we have one of the absolute stars of the show today,
Yes.
Miss Gigi.
I've been stalking Gigi for weeks to get her on the show.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm so excited because
I'm
we
so happy that she's
all
here.
stan. Everybody here
Yes.
stands Gigi, even the people behind the camera. So
Yeah. She's so pretty.
so pretty.
And she's such a fun personality. Like she seems like someone you would want to hang out with, grab a cocktail, just like have a long day of just nonsense and making bad decisions. She seems like the perfect girl for that.
I'm feeling that. She's definitely a fun personality, and she's
For
someone
sure.
who is like made for TV. Mm-hmm. I would say. So I'm excited to ask her. We're gonna ask her all the tea. No questions are off limits.
Nope.
So stay tuned for that interview.
It's about to get messy.
Yeah. Ooh, you know we like a mess. Oink oink.
No cleanup on aisle 5.
So before we got our exclusive interview with Gigi, what did you think of the reunion?
The reunion was a little boring, you guys. I'm not even gonna lie. That reunion, honey, I saw a tumbleweed roll across the stage. I heard crickets. It was a little bit boring.
Why do you say that?
Because it just wasn't turned up. I'm used to like
Bad Girls Club.
I'm used to
loving
Bad Girls
hip-hop.
Club, loving hip hop. In comparison to
point.
those shows, remember Mob Wives reunions?
Oh
In
my
comparison to those,
God.
this was very dry. But you know, it was cute for what it was. They didn't have to do my girl Jessica like that. You see, wait, Amber came at
went
Jessica.
in.
She dragged her by her blonde hair after she stole her blonde hair. Like she was like, oh. My man was looking at Jessica with her blonde hair. Amber came back to the reunion with a blonde wig on, dyed her hair blonde, but she was coming.
Oh my
for
God,
Jessica.
what did she say? She said, "You're shiesty."
You're you were talking behind my back in the same room, all up in my man's face. It's like, oh, all this over Barnett?
Jessica did not keep that same energy.
She did not. I wouldn't want to get into a brawl with Amber.
Yeah, Amber is not the one.
No, no,
Clearly.
no.
She's backwoods Barbie. She'll.
Listen, and Jessica, like, you know, Jessica was just making bad decisions and through the whole show. But she's great for TV. Poor Mark. He deserved better.
Mark is a doormat. I'm sorry. He's a
Not a
sweet
doormat.
man. But like,
A sweet man.
Why, girl? Like, she took her shoes and rubbed them all over you with poop all over them. Like,
She did, yeah.
You need to get it together and have more respect for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you actually are a sweet man, and like you do deserve better. But
For sure.
oh my God, people are always saying, is it Love is Blind or is Mark is blind?
Oh, yeah, because Jessica was not the one for him. It just didn't make any sense. A part of me kind of feels like do you think he stayed with her to have a storyline on the show, or do you think he really was into her?
I don't know. I really think he was like so desperate for that love, is how it seemed to me.
Yeah.
Even though you're only 24, sis, calm down, live a little.
I know, you have a whole lot of fighting to do, a whole lot of living to do.
Yes.
It's just like, Jessica just didn't have it together.
No, not at all. Jessica and her bottle.
And her body. Did she give that dog wine? Why would she do
did.
that? And that was a nice wine glass. Why would she do that? That was awful.
I cannot. I cannot.
All right.
Okay, yeah, and we.
Dog is now sick. Are you serious?
This just
Our dog
in.
is sick.
Is it seriously?
It's not funny. Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? What's it sick with?
I don't know. She said that she was dealing like with him in the hospital, and everyone was like, "Well, maybe we shouldn't have given wine."
Maybe we shouldn't have given wine, and maybe we shouldn't have given
Girl, of course he's sick. You don't give a dog alcohol.
alcohol, and you definitely don't give a dog alcohol out of that expensive glass.
Oh my God, well, we wish your dog well. I really hope the
Yeah.
dog gets better.
I actually like dogs, so.
Wait, and then what did you think of the whole Carlton and Diamond thing at the reunion?
The whole Carlton and Diamond thing was very awkward. Carlton, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Not really, just me. And it was just weird. Like when he gave her the ring, and then like she wanted to stand up and give him a hug. He's like, "Oh no, you have to put it on your finger first." Like he's just very bossy and very like controlling. And Diamond, I don't know.
Oh man, it was just so cringy. Like Carlton is
Very.
somebody who I feel like, I feel bad for him because he seems very insecure. And I
Very
just want him to
insecure.
like go to therapy, gain that confidence because it's very apparent right now. And I feel like he's very uncomfortable with who he is.
He's very
But
uncomfortable.
With that being said, it was brave of him
Yes.
to talk about this on such a big platform. So props to you, mama.
Kudos to you, Carlton. I hope you, get all the love you deserve. And the same thing to Diamond. I hope you get all the love you deserve.
Absolutely. I can't believe she was getting hate comments because in my opinion, she really didn't do anything wrong, but...
Well, we can all improve on our behavior when, our significant others are having meltdowns. He was having a legit meltdown and she was like...
Well, she was just trying to say, why wouldn't you tell me this before we got engaged?
No, I get that, but I feel like, okay, this is where it comes to a head for me. It's like, y'all knew each other for 5 days. Did you really think in your heart of hearts, in your soul of souls, and your mind of mind, that you knew everything about this man in 5 days? If you really thought that in your mind, then you're a part of the problem. You kind of have to blame yourself a little bit. You don't know someone after 5 days. There are people who have been married for years who don't know everything about each other. So I think it was a little bit naive to think you knew everything about this man. I wouldn't have been surprised. And I always ask those questions first. I have like a starting lineup question that I always ask.
Do you?
Absolutely.
What's on this checklist?
How many kids do you have? Because I always assume you have kids. How many girlfriends do you have? Because I always assume that you have more than one.
Ooh.
Are you married? Because I always assume that, that's usually a thing. What else? Oh, and I always ask, like, have you ever been with a guy before?
You always ask that?
First date, like right off the bat, like dead set. These are things that I care about. Oh, and do you believe in God?
Oh, okay.
Everything else, I feel like we can kind of work around. But I need to know those starting 5 first.
And what did you think about Lauren and Cameron on this reunion? Because I know I was always a fan of Lauren and Cameron, but you had a lot to say last time we talked about Love Is Mine. So what do you think now?
I like... Aasha just sighed really, really loudly. And it was very triggering for me, so I had to acknowledge it.
I know you're gonna say something real annoying.
I like Lauren and Cameron. They're cute. I didn't believe in their love at first because, again, it was after 5 days. I don't know whose love I believe in after 5 days. But now, obviously it's been close to 2 years. I think they're cute together, and I hope that they, last forever and ever.
Oh my God, that makes me so happy. Thank you.
Even though they just seem a little too perfect. No, am I being a hater? You can tell
I think
me if I'm
they're
being.
so cute.
Are they a little bit too perfect? Like come on. She's like, yeah, Thanksgiving, my moms were in the kitchen cooking together. Our dads were drinking gin.
So I feel like they're both just really passionate people and like really sensitive people. And
Okay.
I
can respect that.
I can see why at first you were like, I don't know if this is believable, but the more you watch them, it's like, I feel like they really do have a really honest, pure connection. And like, I want love like that.
Aww.
Like, they inspire me.
See, I don't know anything about an honest, pure connection, so maybe that's why, I'm projecting.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. So yeah, I was projecting. Don't mind me.
Oh. We're just lonely.
I'm lonely.
So all the haters who wanted to come for you because you didn't like Lauren and Cameron, they're very protective, the Lauren and Cameron stands.
Right. I don't know that I didn't like Lauren and Cameron. I didn't believe Lauren and Cameron. I just didn't know that it was real.
But the good news is, at least
used
you
to it.
believe them now.
Yeah.
And we stand icons.
In training.
Yes, we got a little bit messy, but we about to get a whole lot messier. because we have an exclusive interview with the queen, Giannina, aka Gigi, from Love is Blind.
Yes, love Gina.
Are we good to go?
We're good to go? Okay.
Okay, cool. So obviously this all blew up really quick, this show. It's like #1 on Netflix.
Yes.
And you are like clearly one of the absolute stars of the show. You gave us such good TV and you were really genuine throughout the whole thing. So like, what has the public perception been for you? And how has this whole experience been since it's aired?
So it's so funny because everyone's like, wow, this was like an overnight success. And yes, it was, but we waited for a year and a half, right? So we were always, me and Damian at least, we were just like, well, you know, I guess let's see what they can do in this year and a half period. And if it just kind of hits this level, then we'll be fine with that as long as some people get to see it. We had no idea it was going to like get to every single person's like hearts and souls and screens, which was great. And for me, it's like, I was honestly so curious and petrified for the past year and a half, that because I was so raw and honest and like not caring about what other people thought of me, because I was going through such a hard experience, right? And I was like, I need to say this, I need to get it out because I'm getting married, and if it sounds hard, then it sounds hard. So I thought I was going to be the villain. So the fact that people are just kind of like taken to the realness of what I was going through, and they're embracing it, and they're saying, hey, like, we saw you go through this emotional roller coaster and we went that with you. I'm so appreciative and so grateful. And never in a million years did I think that I was going to be like one of the favorites or anything. I was just like, all right, this is me. Take it or leave it. And everyone's taking it. So that's really nice.
Yes, definitely not a villain at all.
No, not at all. Very, very likable and endearing. So.
Yeah, but you never know, you know. I was just, because I am like very direct, you know, very straightforward, and I, you know, care about people a lot, but you can be, you know, taken in so many different ways, and this was just like the sweetest thing for me, so I really appreciate that.
Oh my God. Well, we just watched the reunion episode, and obviously you and Damian revealed that you are back together. So we wanted to ask, how's it going with you guys? What's your current status?
Yeah, so we're dating. We're boyfriend and girlfriend, which is perfect for us. So after the wedding, that night, actually, I reached out to him and I was like, what's going on? I was like, I don't want to leave things on a sour note. We just went through such an amazing, you know, journey together, and I said yes to you at the altar, and I know you want to date me too, because you told me that. So maybe marriage isn't right for us right now. Can we be friends? Whatever. And we just, we snuck back into our old apartment that night, and we just like held each other and like healed and cried it out. And we haven't been apart since. So he has his own place. Yeah. I have my own place. We live like 6 minutes away from each other.
Perfect.
And sometimes I'm like, I don't really feel like going to the gym. 5 minutes later, I get a call. I'm downstairs. Let's go. So that's really much like our relationship. Like, he surprises me all the time with like really fun gifts, really fun experiences. I show up he comes back home and I'm like waiting in his room like with dinner ready.
Aww.
So we have like that relationship where we're just like, we know what the other one likes.
Aww.
I think that's so important too, and that's something that you probably couldn't figure out in the 5 days or a few weeks that you were together on the show.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were keeping it on the DL. We didn't want to spoil it for people. Plus, it's also, because on my Instagram, people are like, wow, G, you really like yourself, because I post pictures of mainly me. And it's because I'm not used to sharing my life with Damian yet, because I had to keep it under wraps for so long, but I can't wait to show like all the fun things that we do. But yeah, we had to keep it on the DL, but it was nice to have that little privacy for so long, whereas now everyone knows our relationship. So
hey, and there's no shame of sharing pictures of you. You are stunning.
Yes.
And you better show the world, okay?
Yes. You have to love you first.
Yes.
Always. I mean, it's been my passion, my creative outlet. People are like, you're an influencer before this, and that's how you got picked. And it's like, I had 1,000 followers on Instagram. I was just taking pictures for fun. I always have. And that's actually where they found me, was through Insta.
Oh wow.
Oh, really?
See,
That's
people
cool.
sleep on Insta. Look at the opportunities to find love, a coin.
Yeah. You gotta let the universe know. You just gotta be open.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that. So one of the most iconic moments was, I know it probably was really hard for you, but the runaway bride scene. That was legendary. I'm sorry. So we have some questions about that. Like, are you able to look back and be like, okay, that was amazing TV, like we can laugh about this now, or is that still like a painful thing for you?
So the first couple times, even like the trailer, when I saw the trailer, I was just like, I don't know if I can do this, because it was just such a raw, real moment for me where it's like, I need to escape. I need to like hold myself. I need to start healing and like not worry about Damian, my family, my friends. So when you saw me running away, it was just like, I need to go and I need to start like putting myself together. And the fact that people are like, oh, that's amazing TV and yada, yada, yada. I think that was just such an honest moment for me. And the fact that I fell down and like picked myself back up and like walked back in there and like scrubbed that stain out of my dress. I'm so proud of that moment. And I laugh at it now, even though it's like still really hard to watch. I'm just like, that's just so you. And the fact that it's caught on camera and everyone's just like, you know, talking about it is really just, it's a very me moment.
Love it.
So another one of your viral moments was obviously the sex talk, right? The sex talk. Ooh.
You know how you tell me this is the best sex of your life? Have you noticed that I don't return the compliment? I don't say it's the best sex of my life too.
So we want to know, the fans want to know, like, is he better at loving now? Because, uh-oh.
Oh, I mean, it was great in the beginning. And then I think really like the external factors of just like pretty much everything just started kind of like blocking me in that sense. And I wasn't feeling like that heart-to-heart connection that I usually like that I did before. And I mean, it was really important for me to just tell him, because I'm gonna marry him. Like, this needs to be mind-blowing on every level. And the way that he picked it up, perfect. Like, we were able to just have open communication. Like, we're just so fun, and it's up here, guys. It's like very, very, very good. And I'm just happy that that we were able to talk about it, and we just laugh. You know, we laugh about it. We have a great communication.
It's so important, like, to be open and honest with your partner about that kind of stuff, like about intimacy, about sex. So many couples don't talk about it. So I think like you talking about that on such a large platform, it probably opened up a lot of communication for couples out there.
Yeah, and I would hope so. It was really hard for him to see that. It still is to this day, because it is so public.
Yeah.
But I think we both look at it and we're just like, well, this was our experience, and if we were able to help any other couple at least just once, and it was completely worth all the pain and like embarrassment that we felt, because it's such a vulnerable piece of you, an intimate piece of you.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think every single person, even if you don't, like, you're freaking aliens. But I was in a 5.5-year relationship before this, and, you know, like, the sex just gets, like, predictable, or, like, not as special, and then I didn't know how to communicate it back then, and I was like, this isn't going to happen to me again. Like, I need to know, you know, is this something that we can fix? If now, or 5 years from now. And it turns out if you talk to them and they don't feel like their pride is hurt, fair game.
No, I love that. Did you ever get to meet Damian's parents?
Yeah. So they're the sweetest. I knew that, you know, Damian got his like kind heart and soul from somewhere. And right after we filmed, so the last day for us was November 15th, and like the week after was Thanksgiving. I went up to the mountains and spent Thanksgiving with his family, and then I spent Christmas with his family, and I had never, not once, spent either of those holidays away from my own family.
Aww.
So the fact that, yeah, they took me in and we just like, it was so sweet and I felt right at home.
Oh, that's when you know it's real. Okay.
Yeah, and he has like little brothers and sisters and I don't. So it was really cute to see like that magic of them and like they were so excited to see me and like meet his brother's new girlfriend. So it was nice.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I love it.
We've definitely been able to find our rhythm.
Absolutely. So who else are you close with from your cast?
From the cast, so I think now I'm kind of like on an even keel with everybody. Right after we filmed, some people like settled into married life, and I actually went through like a really hard, like, I guess I'll say like depression, because when you go through something, you know, like a reality TV show or like, you know, all those emotions all at once, like your life gets turned upside down. So I was really like trying to like soul search and like gather myself. So I wasn't really close with anyone for the past like year, but I still find a really great connection with, oh my God, Amber, I love her. We have the same exact birthday.
Oh, wow.
Lauren and I, yeah, April 3rd. Me and Lauren roomed together during the whole experience, so we have a really great bond. Lexi was super sweet. Elsie is great. Helly is like, she calls me her little fairy. We have such a great bond too. So, and Jessica, me and Jessica were such great friends during the whole show. But again, like after we wrapped, everyone kind of went their own separate ways for a little bit.
Yeah.
So the fans want to know,
Okay.
can we expect an engagement in the future?
Oh, wow.
I know.
I'm not opposed to it, but I think it's still a little too soon for me.
Especially after all y'all went through. Like,
Which is fair. I get that. It makes sense.
But, you know, I'm not against it. I did always, he knows me, Damian knows me as just like this free spirit. And like, I like to redefine what marriage means. It won't be like this traditional, you know, like I'm expecting it.
Yeah.
I want to be caught off guard. I want to, if we do get married, I want to like run away to the hills of Tuscany somewhere, you know, so I want it to be,
Hills of
I
Tuscany.
just want it to be very like intimate and like spontaneous.
No,
cute.
I love that. That's beautiful. Yes, Hills of Tuscany. Never would have thought of that. Do you have any more?
That's how I in my head. It's just hills of Tuscany, kind of further away, like sunset. Maybe it will happen. I don't know.
Beautiful. I can see it happening. That'd be beautiful.
well, you're a queen and you deserve all the love in the world.
Yes.
We have one more
Yes.
question for you.
Yeah.
So, the pod experience, like, do you guys ever, like, put away your phones, go back and kind of do what you did during the sex talk and, like, go in separate rooms? Do you guys ever do that anymore? Or is that, like, and do you recommend that?
Oh my God, I highly recommend that.
Yeah.
I think that, so I have very intense facial expressions, and that's a trigger for Damian, right? So let's say I'm trying to have like this, like, you know, serious conversation, and he can't get past the fact that maybe I look like angry or like pissed off or whatever, and so it's good for us to just kind of, we used to close our eyes right after the pods and just like take in each other's voices just whenever we were having like a sweet moment. But lately we've realized that like if we ever get into an argument, we always just like separate and like go like into our own corners or like leave the room and we talk it out or we call each other. I think it's really important for people to just find what works for them, and if you have a certain trigger, whether it's like yelling or like facial expressions, I realized that in the pod, I was able to say whatever and like not really offend anyone or really like feel like I'm impressing anyone because they couldn't like feel my body language, which is something that can like stop people from hearing what's coming from in here. So I highly recommend it. If you have, a friend that's a little stubborn or a significant other, maybe just go on the other side of the room and talk it out. I know there was one time that he was in the bathroom and I was in his room and we were just kind of like yelling at each other and we opened the door and we just like hugged each other like immediately.
Aww.
So it's really therapeutic.
I love that.
Love that
yes,
so
love
much.
advice.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, thank you so much for being so vulnerable and open and honest with us. We appreciate it so much. And we are totally rooting for you and Damian.
Yes.
Oh, that's sweet. I love the energy that's coming through the screen right now.
Oh, well, it's mutual. So.
Thank you. Yes. I
Yeah,
saged
of course.
and I incensed
Thank you so
last
much
night.
for watching.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your life with us. It was absolutely amazing. So
Yeah, I always see people that like aren't afraid to share their lives on TV or do it, and they are afraid. It doesn't matter. You guys do that. Like I know there's so many like negative comments, positive comments, but the fact that you shared your life and your experience, like you're super brave, and like I admire that, and you're so dope.
Thank you. We all do it on some level. Some just happen to be on a bigger platform than
Yes,
others. But
girl, you did it.
Yeah.
Yep, you did it.
yeah, you're a star.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You're amazing, G.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your day.
Yes,
Thank you.
you do.
You too. Oh my god, I was nervous as shit. Oh my
So
god.
maybe I'm gonna.
Nailed it.
Welcome back, you guys. We have the incomparable social media manager and Twitter troublemaker, Aasha, back on the
Not a
show.
troublemaker. I'm
Ooh.
excited to be back. Not really excited about that intro, but
We love some trouble,
a little
okay?
bit's good. And we have a lot of trouble today.
Oh,
We're
do
gonna
it.
be taking you guys into a little deep dive of what's been happening with Love is Blind. A lot of things have come post-show.
Yes.
So,
Ooh, we're
I don't know if y'all are
excited.
ready.
We're ready.
Oh, we stay ready, okay?
Right.
We
Really
got-
quickly, I just want to give a huge thank you to Giannina for coming on our
Oh, a
show.
queen.
You are such a queen. We're all such big fans of you. The interview was so
Yes.
vulnerable and real and raw, and we didn't think we could love you more, but girl, you accomplished it.
So sweet. Thank you
So
so
thank
much
you.
for coming on.
So now, let's get into it.
Speaking of our girl Giannina, a lot of people are like, she has such a dynamic personality, she's so interesting, and there's a bit of a debate going on right now whether or not she was a hired actor. What do y'all
Really?
think? There was that scene, remember that scene when she was talking to Damian and she was like, remember that time when you told me this was the best sex you've ever had?
Yeah, that was iconic.
It was.
So a lot of people were saying that. Someone actually said, the more I watch Love is Blind, the more I'm convinced that Giannina and Damian are actor plants. I wonder if this whole thing is scripted. What do y'all think?
No, and I
No.
think that's what people get misconstrued about relationships. That everyone thinks that relationships are having someone to go to the park with and sit on a blanket and like eat cucumber sandwiches. And yes, that is a part of it. But also, these uncomfortable conversations are actually a huge part of it, and it makes sense.
Agreed.
If you can really like someone, but if they're not serving you in all the way that you need to be served, you need to be able to say to them, serve me different, serve me better. Like, that's the whole point of being in a relationship. If I can't tell you how I feel,
I like pleasure better than serve, but like if I'm gonna serve it, I'm gonna serve it. But you need to pleasure your
Yeah,
partner
people-
in the way they need to be pleased, and it needs to be
Yeah.
open. You guys need to be open sexually. Like
yes.
you should always find that open communication in your sex
Right.
life with your partner. in
You
my
should be able to
opinion.
talk to your partner about everything, and that includes
Yes.
their lackluster sex life.
But good thing she confirmed it's better now. So
She did say it's better.
She said it is. She gave a 7. Yes.
So look at
Damian,
that.
you're doing amazing, sweetie.
Good job, Damian.
Sweetie, she's not an actress. Calm down, people on Twitter.
Yes.
Something else everyone is always talking about are the fits of Lauren and Cameron. I don't know if y'all
Yeah,
seen.
Lauren kills
some of
it.
the
She's a
fits.
little fashionista.
Look at
Oh,
the
Wow,
Okay.
they've done this before.
I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
yes.
all right.
So like they're doing a lot of outfits, a lot of press tours. People
Yes.
are
They
into
look
it.
bomb. Hey, if you're ever looking for a third, slide in my DMs.
So you guys are definitely team Cameron.
I am.
I'm warming up. Yeah, it's cool.
I think they're so hot. I think they're so genuine.
They're so hot.
They're genuine. They're beautiful. They make me want to cry. I think I might have cried.
I cried during their wedding. I'm not.
Yeah, it was. I think I did
Yeah.
too. It was so beautiful.
No, they're
I
cool.
stan. She's 1 million followers now.
That's crazy.
And they have a YouTube channel post show.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
do
don't know if
they?
you guys are subscribed.
No.
I need to subscribe.
Are you going to? Is the question.
I will.
I will too.
She said probably not.
Well, maybe after this clip. So there was
Okay.
a clip on Twitter recently, and this woman was touching.
Wait, that's Lexi. She wants to come on our show.
She's touching Lauren's butt,
Wait.
and you can see Cameron in the background come over there. Like,
Oh my
hey.
Oh, hey. Did she
That
lose
was
her
so
whole
awkward.
mind?
I don't think she lost a hand, but that was a
see,
big thing.
But see, that's a lesson right there. Girls, stop letting people put their hands in your hair. Stop it. I'm glad Cameron came and saved the day, but sister, you gotta save your own day. Tell her to stop in the moment, right then and there.
Yeah.
Is that what you would do in that situation? What would
Yes.
you do? If I'm like,
Well, you know, there's a thing like black women don't like their hair being touched by like, you know, women that aren't black. So
Yeah.
stop.
Because it feels like you're like treating you like you're in a petting zoo, right?
We're in a petting zoo.
It's like,
and-
sis, I'm a whole ass human.
Exactly. And white people always have these questions about my
Yeah.
hair. Like, oh my gosh, is that all your hair? Sis, is that all your hair? Is that your...
it's weird.
Is that your real tan? Like, come on, stop. You don't ask a woman that. I'm not gonna ask a woman, are you wearing shapewear? Like, stop. Like, it's weird. So, yeah, but Lauren, you gotta stand up for your own stuff. You can't wait the camera all the time.
I
Just
totally
told
agree.
Lexi, get your hands on my hair.
It's an uncomfortable conversation for sure, but I appreciate,
Life is uncomfortable.
someone stepping in sometimes and helping you out. Sometimes
Absolutely.
you just don't know what to do.
For sure. When you're thrown off guard in the moment.
That's
like,
true, yeah, for
You
sure.
know?
That's true.
Yeah, so
Like a deer in headlights. Definitely.
Cameron held it down for
He
her.
did.
Are you
did.
team Cameron and Lauren now? That was
Yes.
the reason I brought it up.
They're cute.
They're cute.
I don't know what y'all want me to say.
I tried.
They're cute. They're very perfect. They're very, very perfect.
See, I agree.
They're
You found
very-
your perfect match.
But that worries me when people are too perfect. I don't know. Continue.
I cannot. We don't have a lot of time left, but I think something a lot of other people are also talking about are Kelly and
Kevin? Kenny, yes.
Well, Kenny, he found love.
Oh yeah, he did, yeah.
Yeah.
But Kelly did it. Was it a mistake? Did you think it was a mistake? I don't know. I kind of feel like it was.
America is dragging her. Like,
They
they're
are.
like, she'll never find a man like Kenny. And I'm like, damn.
I think she'll
Very
find
rude.
love, but I do think that he's probably a good guy. I don't know.
Yeah, he seemed like a catch, right?
I think so.
But he didn't
he
get much
wasn't-
airtime.
Yeah.
I could see why.
Because I kind of forgot about them. They should have had my guy Wesley on there, my guy Matt. Shout out to Wesley and Matt.
Yes!
Couple
We
really remember.
interviewed Wesley and Matt. If you
Yeah.
didn't see that video, go watch the episode below.
Because they showed Kelly and Kenny
Yeah.
on the reunion. I didn't even know who they were.
That's how you really feel.
Well, her storyline was like she never had an orgasm, right? Or was that he had never given her? No, she had never had one.
Which is why you cannot be afraid to have these awkward, especially for straight people.
Shout out to Giannina.
For straight people, let me explain something to you. A man is going to do what he has to do to get it done.
Period.
Ladies, you need to follow suit.
Be a little selfish sometimes.
Have the
Yeah.
conversation. Let him know what gets you off. Because
Right.
everyone deserves to get off.
Because a man will tell you, like, that movie. Men always get what they want. We got to get what we want too.
Period.
We love feminism.
Yes, feminist icon.
All kind of feminism. Virginity feminism, non-virginity feminism, all feminism.
Yeah, intersectional. Feminism.
Yes.
Whoa. I was like intersectional feminism.
Exactly.
I am so happy that we got to have you on another episode.
Thank
Why don't you
you.
tell
Yes.
everybody where they can find you?
Okay, you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter, where I'm apparently a troublemaker.
Starting up trouble.
XL.
Ooh.
Doesn't say troublemaker, but yeah, you can see some more of my hot takes there.
Yes, and be sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and follow me and Kiki on our personal accounts too.
Thank you, Gianna.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for watching. Bye.
Don't drag us.
I like that.